So I'll say it again. Today, we're just celebrating some wins. Maybe you can tell Spanish and I are in good spirits today.
Yeah, definitely.
We are in good spirits today, and I would attribute the good spiritedness coming from the fact that the whole premise of the show started with us celebrating some wins.
Yeah, which
it
is
changes
nice.
your mindset.
It really does, because you're right. I didn't really think about it until you started talking about it. I don't spend a lot of my time celebrating wins. Like sometimes I'll gratitude journal, but that's usually at the beginning or the end of the day.
Right.
But throughout the day, I'm missing a lot of moments where I could be like, oh yeah, that is a victory. Everything that happens is for my benefit.
Well, yeah. 1-800-771-1025. And look, it's, hey, congratulations. You're alive and you're a human being. That's what we do. We go way too deep on the things that didn't work, the things that didn't happen. And then when we actually have a thought, that, and this is all in our own mind and our own time that happens, and when we have a thought where we're like, oh, I should celebrate a win, the voice at that point is so powerful. It's like, no, just think of all the bad stuff and think of all the stuff that went wrong. No, you got to sometimes stop and go, no, wait a minute. Hold up now.
Mm-hmm.
I caught a UFO on video. That's worth celebrating.
That is worth celebrating.
So this is not where I thought I was going to take the show today, but because I just showed you the video of the UFO on St. Pete Pier, and you feel like that's legit.
I do feel like that's legit. I'm almost sad you made me watch it, because now I'm looped in forever. I'm attached to this now until however this plays out. But yeah, you definitely caught something on camera, because that's not a bug. That's not a bug. It's moving way too fast to be a bug. And it's a perfect rectangle, which does not happen in, the insect world, as far as I know.
I know. That's a very interesting insect, and that would be a very big insect.
Yeah, big, and it's so fast.
Yeah, so what we were talking about last break, which I'm not really sure how we did it, and as I've said before, the program director on my right shoulder is like, dude, what are you talking about? But we somehow went from celebrating wins to I caught a UFO on video, and I did. At least I'm pretty sure it did.
No, you definitely did.
So I showed Spanish that video, and I don't know what to do about it. Like, I'm kind of like excited about it, and I'm kind of still in disbelief, but I'm coming to a place where I think aliens are among us.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
they're just at a different vibrational visual frequency.
Yep.
So we can't see them. Like, I don't necessarily believe anymore in green people from Mars.
Nah.
I think they're just here.
Yeah, definitely just here.
Like the last scene in the movie Arrival.
Yep.
I love that movie.
Mm-hmm.
But when the spaceship takes off, it kind of disappears.
Yeah.
It kind of like goes away. So I wonder if like there is truly or there, at least in the 6 o'clock in the evening earlier this week, there was a UFO above the St. Pete Pier. But it's just for a split second, my iPhone camera caught that frequency, and literally like you can't, it blips when you watch the video, but you have to kind of pause it and move the little thing really slow as I showed you. But it's a perfect rectangle above the St. Pete Pier.
It's crazy, dude. I can't believe you have that on your phone.
I know.
It left me speechless for the first time. I've seen videos like that online, but to see it on your phone frame by frame was different.
I always, I remember being with like a friend down in the Keys when I was in my 20s, and we saw something. And we're like, dude, what is that? I don't know. And we had a moment where we were like, I don't know what that is. And you don't know what that is. Therefore, it is an unidentified flying object.
Yeah.
But, we were drinking.
I know.
And it was like, it could have been anything. It could have been just a plane, and we were drunk. But the point I was going to make is we wanted it to be something.
Okay. I understand that.
And I look at my phone, and I'm like, I kind of want that to be something.
Oh, that's something. That is definitely something.
1-800-771-1025 is our phone number. Again, we're just having a little chit-chat today because we're feeling good. We're feeling celebratory. We're celebrating some wins from the week, and this has led us to a conversation about UFOs. But I'd love for you to celebrate your wins. Like, come on. 1-800-771-1025. If you got something you're feeling good about, let's hear it. Let's hear it. Let's help you celebrate, just like Koala from the last break.
Kyle
Koala, who's selling, who had a life realization that he's going to sell plants for a living. Good for you, buddy. Follow your passion, man.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Do you think you've ever seen a UFO?
I do think I've seen a UFO. When I was young, I remember being with my dad. I forget, we were somewhere in Davie, Florida. And I had one of those, remote control planes, like the little mini planes. Well, I didn't have the remote control, and I had one where you connect it to string, and then you can hold on to a little joystick essentially, and it has two strings, and you just basically spin in a circle as the plane flies up and down. And I remember doing this little plane thing, and I crashed it into the ground. And me and my dad walked over to where it had crashed, and I just had one of those moments where I just so happened to look up into the sky, and I remember seeing 3 lights in a triangle, and I pointed up and I said, "Dad, what is that?" And he looked up, and neither of us had any idea what it was, and it just moved, and it just flew away.
Oh, you saw something. How old were you?
I want to say 8 or 9 years old. I was young.
Okay.
I was young, but I very vividly remember it was a triangle shape with 3 lights in a triangle, and it didn't move particularly fast, which was weird. It didn't like zoom away; it just like kind of slowly flew away. It was super weird. And then, of course, it was shortly after that my dad introduced me to Art Bell, and then, the rest is history. Yeah.
And here we are today.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. So I've been a firm believer in UFOs and aliens since I was very young. Watched X-Files a lot. So I definitely believe aliens are among us, and I definitely believe they live in some kind of frequency that we just can't perceive.
Yeah, I get that. 1-800-771-1025 is our phone number. Let's hear from Charles. Charles is celebrating that you got out of jail, my friend. Charles, welcome to Let's Get Real. What's up, buddy?
What's up, man? Yeah, I got out of prison in January, and I restarted my business, and I had the best week I've ever had this week, man. I pulled in 7,000. I pulled in 7,000 this week.
Hell yeah!
Good for you. What kind of work do you do, Charles?
I build pool cages and screen rooms. I'm an aluminum contractor.
Nice. That's awesome, man.
Yep. Thanks, man.
Hey, congratulations on a good week, man. I appreciate you calling and celebrating that. How you feeling? You feel good about it, right?
Hell yeah. I just bought a brand new washer and dryer for my wife, brand new fridge.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
Hell yeah.
Good for you, Charles.
Yep.
Hey, man.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thanks, man. Have a good weekend. Thanks for calling the show. 1-800-771-1025. You know what, man? I think I just got to say it out loud. Like, first of all, I love you.
I love you too, man.
I love the fact that we have conversations sometimes in this very time where we unpack hard conversations.
Yeah.
Last week, my friend about to go through a divorce, another friend going through a divorce, death, people dying around us. Today feels differently.
Yeah, it does. Feels lighter.
Feels lighter.
Mm-hmm.
Feels good.
Yeah, we're celebrating wins.
We're just celebrating wins.
I like it. Little easy victories.
Yeah.
You're right, though. People don't do that enough. They really don't. And it does make me a little bit sad to think about, myself included, that you're going throughout the day and not stopping and taking a second to be like, oh, yeah, no, this was dope, actually, that I got to do X or Y, or that I can have my favorite cup of coffee in the morning, which is very nice. Very nice.
I had a moment. Let's see here. It is 1:09 p.m. on the East Coast. I had a moment, probably 70 minutes ago, where it was right before we started talking, and my heart started beating fast, and then the Smiths hit, and I was like, "Yeah, this is what life is all about.
Yeah,
this is the moment. This is the purest joy in the moment."
Mm-hmm.
And I celebrate that win right now.
Yeah, same.
It was really, really good.
That is really good. Yeah, I enjoy doing this, but feel very lucky today. Thank you for helping me feel so lucky.
Oh, absolutely. 1-800-771-1025, like Kyle, like Charles. Charles, buddy, congratulations. 6K week or 7K week, dude. That's awesome. And your wife is super stoked because that rusty washing machine was getting old. 1-800-771-1025. If you just want to call up and celebrate wins, that's what we're doing today. But I do want to say again, the show is to help you process if that's what you need. That's the underlying theme of the show this week, next week, forever as it might be, is that you can call and you can interact with us live. Spanish has a very spiritual side to him, which I do too, but I love your I want to let you have the spiritual side.
Thank you.
I have a coaching background, so all we hope to do is give you support and listen in any way that's possible, and we will help you celebrate your wins. 1-800-771-1025. Now, sidebar to that, parallel to that, is we're having this really interesting conversation about UFOs.
Oh, man, I'm so glad you got that on your phone.
I am too. I'm now that in the last like 10 minutes, I'm like, oh yeah. I'm convinced I really did get something.
I mean, okay, so it could be what? A stick somebody threw in front of you? It's moving way too fast to be a bug. It's moving way too fast to be a stick.
I don't think it's a stick.
Do you know what I mean? So like a bird isn't shaped like that.
So I had a thought where, like, if you watch an old movie, you know how like the crackly film or whatever, like I had this was the thought, and follow me here for a second. I was like, oh, it's just like a crackly film, and then like it's a freaking iPhone 14,
right?
There's no crackly.
There is no crackly.
Like it's like there's some like it's just like they tell you this is clear digital quality.
Yeah,
it will video very clear things off in the distance. Thanks, iPhone 14. You just picked up a UFO.
So cool, and frame. At first, when you look at it, it does look kind of like it could be a bug. But then when you slow it down frame by frame, it's undeniable to say that this is shaped anything other than like a rectangle, and it is perfectly horizontal on the whole time. It doesn't, move up or move down. It stays in a perfect straight line.
Yep. Ah, it's so awesome.
Dude.
I love it.
FBI agents that are listening, we're just kidding, by the way. He doesn't have that on his phone.
They're outside right now.
Yeah, 100%.
And I know y'all are listening. Hey, I love you. Thanks
love you guys, yeah.
You guys are doing a great job. Good work. Good work, buddy.
Good work
buddy. I was in kind of like on the whole, I guess I don't think I'm not giving the movie away, but the last line of the Fly Me to the Moon movie.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear this.
Again, the movie is about faking the moon landing and all of that. And again, I just want to say they went out of their way to make sure we know that it really happened.
Definitely.
That's what you believe. And it's Hollywood. But Woody Harrelson in the last scene, and Woody Harrelson as an FU to the government, Woody Harrelson plays a government guy.
I love it.
Like the sleaziest government guy. And the last scene, Scarlett Johansson's character says, oh, by the way, are aliens real? And he says, they live among us.
Yeah,
as he struts away. That's the last scene in the movie.
That's great,
and I was like, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
They do live among us.
Yeah, they do.
So, all right, we got to go to break in 1 minute, but Tim's got a win of the week. Let's jump to Tim, and then we'll run to break. Tim, what's your win of the week, buddy?
Last night, man, got Final Jeopardy correct, man. The question was, this American woman is holding a baby, and she's shown in more national parks around the U.S. more than any other woman. And I thought about it. I couldn't get it. I didn't know what it was. And I said to myself, man, I remember my dollar gold coin had a woman holding a baby. Her name is Sacagawea.
Yep.
I'm going to say it's Sacagawea, and I got her correct.
Hell
yes. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You feel smarter, don't you?
Yeah.
I know you feel smarter.
I do, man. Thank you.
You do, and that's awesome, dude. That's a kind of win because now you take that win, and look how high you are today. You're feeling good because you got that right. Dude, that is so awesome.
Yes, sir.
Good
Thanks,
for you
guys.
Hey, good for you, Tim. Thanks for calling in, man. 1-800-771-1025 is our phone number. Celebrating wins.
I forgot about Sacagawea.
I know. Well, it's funny because I could picture it, and I was like, I don't know the name, but it's like an Indian name. But yeah. So that's awesome. Let's celebrate some wins together. We've got about 40 minutes left in the show. 1-800-771-1025. It's Let's Get Real on 1025 The Bone.